Hello. Ooh.
What?
What was
Sorry.
that, bro?
Sorry.
What was that?
Sorry.
Hold on, before we get going, I am trying to find this fucking copyright-free playlist that I was using. Thought I found it, but I didn't. I mean, let's just do some lo-fi hip-hop instrumentals, I guess. Dude, fuck it, why not? Right?
Yeah. I like some lo-fi hip-hop instrumentals.
There we go. Turn that up a wee bit. There we go. Hey, guys. Welcome to the stream.
Hey,
Welcome to
guys.
Pass Salt Podcast. First podcast of 2021, baby.
That's the one. That's the one.
We're here. We're here on this beautiful 8th of January. How's it going? Hey, Mead.
I'm
What is this
33,
fucking,
by the way.
like, this boost your stream shit? I guess it's just random. It's weird. Because, like, last
Yeah.
time it got completed and people actually came in that were like, oh, yeah, I saw you on the fucking front page. I was like, okay, cool. What?
I don't think I've ever had it.
Interesting. Yeah, that's weird because I've had it like 3 or 4 times now. So, like, how did they decide?
Who are you?
I forgot. Who am I? No, my name is That Dutch Geek. Welcome to
Okay,
Pass
there we
Podcast,
go.
guys.
Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy to have you.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year. Holy fuck.
Happy New Year. Hope you guys all had a great Christmas or whatever holiday you tend to celebrate towards the end of the year and had a very happy New Year. Cresser, thanks so much for the 30 months. Dad, appreciate it. But yeah, we're here. Today's podcast, I had the idea, and I didn't even really run it by Duke, but I feel like this probably makes sense.
Oh, cool.
We just kind of, talk about our holidays a bit and maybe have a little chat about our plans for the new year, right?
That's a pretty bold idea, man.
Pretty bold, dude. I know not
You're
a lot
really
of people do
pushing
that.
the boat out
pushing
there.
the boat out there, bro.
First
But hey,
podcast of the year. You want to talk about our holidays
plans.
and this coming year? What the
yeah,
fuck?
isn't that
That's
crazy, dude?
fucked
I know,
up, dude.
like, truly a creative mastermind. But here we are.
How you been, homie?
I've been all right. I've been, dude, I don't know. Like Christmas and New Year's I was just tired. Honestly, I was just I ate a lot, drank a lot of hangovers and stuff. Kind of took a little break from Twitch and YouTube. Just kind of decided, you know what, for the holidays, dude, I'm just gonna take like a week and a half off and just fucking do nothing and chill.
Yeah.
And it was a good ass time. I don't regret it, actually. I actually really had a good time just playing video games, not really caring about, oh, I need to do a YouTube video, or I need to do
Yeah.
Twitch. Oh, just didn't
And I mean,
really
it's
give a
the
fuck.
holidays, right?
Yeah.
Like, if there's one time of year that you can give yourself a break, it's fucking Christmas time.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
exactly. So I took the most of that, and now we're back. Got a schedule that I'm sticking so far. Been sticking to, like we're 1 week in, but we're doing it. Knock on wood that I keep doing it. Keeping the YouTube hustle, the YouTube grind up. That's going well. Videos are actually doing well as well, so that's really good to see. And that's been it so far. How have you been, my dude?
Okay. Right now, I'm tired. I just ate, and now, like, I do this every time. I'm like, oh boy, and I'm getting the yawnies. So I'm sorry in advance if I do yawn a lot. I love Christmas. I say it every year, dude. I tweet it out. I fucking sing it from the rooftops. I fucking love Christmas
You're a
time.
Christmas slag. You just
Like,
fucking-
I love Christmas music. I love giving gifts. I love receiving gifts. I love the decorations. I love the food. I love the sort of the emphasis on family time. And so I enjoyed Christmas.
nice.
But boy, the fucking 5 days after Christmas, like that last week of 2020 was not good. Like I did not enjoy that at all.
No, why not?
So in the build up to Christmas, obviously it's like you're hustling, you're getting gifts, you're wrapping them up, they're going under the tree. Very traditional, we got a tree, the tree's got lights and decorations, and we always pull out, like, we have these decorations we've had for years, and so it's always kind of nostalgic, and you decorate the tree.
Do you guys do like the stereotypical British like Christmas cracker thing where you like, you have like little things?
This year we didn't, but pretty much, yeah, every year,
Nice.
yeah.
That is like
but
one
this
of those
year we didn't
traditions
purely
that
because
you
there
see a
were three
lot
of us, like.
over there in the UK that I wish we had over here. I don't know. I think it's fun. Just like, you fucking...
Christmas crackers are cool, but now, like, in the current sort of day and age, like, there's a lot of waste from Christmas crackers that
Fair.
is unnecessary, considering no one really like. It's a fun tradition, but no one likes what's in a Christmas cracker. The jokes are always bad. Like,
Yeah, but it's a lot more innocent of a tradition to have than what we have.
right, right. But
You know?
yeah, so you sit down at Christmas dinner, you have Christmas crackers, they're like cylinders with a little gunpowder charge in them, which sounds a lot more dramatic than it is. I mean, you have what are they called? The little baggies that you throw and they pop?
Yeah.
Basically the same amount of like gunpowder or whatever is that.
It's just like a little.
And yeah. And like one person will grab either end and like it's, how do I explain? It's like 3 cylinders, I guess, that's like cinched, right?
Sure.
And so there's like one big one in the middle, and then 2 like scrunched up ends, and then 2, and you grab, one person grabs each end of them, and you pull it, and it pops, and whoever gets the longer half, so like a wishbone, whoever gets the actual full like cylinder gets whatever's inside it, which is, unless you like go fancy or you like make your own, which is an option, basically you will get a little paper crown of whatever color. Sometimes you get like gold ones,
Dude,
or sometimes
party
they're
hats,
literally
bro,
like
those go for bank on the ground
the
exchange.
most like the pathetic like tissue paper fucking little hat you fold out, and you get a joke, which is always terrible. Like, I don't even know like what to compare it to, other than if you have penguin bars, then you know the kind of tier of joke. But bad jokes,
Like
anyway.
jokes that they put on like ice cream lolly sticks.
Right.
Like
yeah.
that quality
Like they're
joke,
just
yeah.
dreadful.
Yeah.
And then you'll get like a little toy, and that, or sometimes it's a toy, sometimes it's like a tool. I guess like you could get, you know, like those puzzles that's like, it's like a metal like ring or something, and like a little contraption, and you have to like get the ring off the contraption, and there's like a certain way to do it, so that you always get like shit like that, or like a comb, or like a screwdriver. Like it's so trash. Like golf tees, or like a small pen.
I feel like that it's just like a fancied up version of like whatever the fuck is inside a Kinder Surprise egg. You know what I mean? Like a little chocolate egg with like the little yellow
No,
capsule in it.
honestly, dude, Kinder Surprise is better.
Really?
Yeah, because at least like 1, it's a toy every time. 2, it's something you can like build. Like you get to put it together. Like I think you can get that same tier. Like you can get pretty much Kinder Surprise.
I mean, they're not
toys.
cookies, meat. They're like little. They're like fucking.
It's it's not
cardboard
edible.
things.
It's made of cardboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we used to do that, but since there are only like 3 of us, we didn't bother, just to save on the waste and stuff, because like everything this year for Christmas dinner, usually we'll have a big ass turkey, and we'll have like all like fuckloads of potatoes and vegetables and pigs in blankets and like etc. But this year we did like a turkey crown, which is essentially just like the body of the turkey, no legs, no wings, just like the body. And like everything was scaled down a bit, because
I mean, yeah.
you do a full Christmas dinner with like 6, 7, 8 people, like the cleanup afterwards, dude, when you've got like, because when it's a full scale shindig, you've got Christmas crackers, you've got party poppers, you've got fucking like way more food, way more like there's just more stuff, and the cleanup afterwards is like a gargantuan task.
Yeah.
You get a fucking trash bag, and you're like scraping the whole fucking table like into a bag when it's all done with. So yeah, it was like there was much less cleanup, much less like stuff going on, but it was still, obviously, it was fucking awesome. Okay, I don't know, what do you guys eat at Christmas time? Like, what's your traditional food?
Traditional. A lot of people in the Netherlands, it's called like gourmet. It's basically you slap a fucking grill on the middle of the table, and it has like a little pans underneath that you can also like put shit in, and you just have a bunch of meat and vegetables, and you kind of just fucking chuck it on, you know, like bite-sized pieces, and fucking like everybody kind of like that. It's very traditional, like a very, very, very Dutch thing to do in the holidays. But you also see, like roast ham is very popular here around Christmas.
Yeah,
turkey
we
not
usually
so
have that
much.
Boxing Day.
Turkey not so much. Turkey's not so much a thing here. I think roast ham is probably the most sold Christmas like main course in my country. I think.
So, I mean, we both watch The Mythical Kitchen.
Yeah, I don't watch everything.
I'm not saying we watch everything, but you've seen it. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about when I talk about The Mythical Kitchen. They were doing. So I would say turkey is controversial. Okay.
Is it?
Because as far as like meat, especially like poultry goes, like turkey is not that good. So the
I
fact
feel
that
like turkey is just dry chicken.
it can it can be dry, it can be lacking in flavor. It's like a lot of people would wonder, what the point is, I guess, because it's I don't know. It's controversial. It's hard. Like it's easy to cook, I guess, but it's hard to make it.
Yeah, like if you put
like
a chicken breast or a turkey breast in front of me, I'll probably go for the chicken breast because I don't know.
Yeah.
Chicken is
Like you
very
could roast
easy
a
to get
chicken
right,
probably.
You know what I mean?
I think the reason that turkey is popular is because it's like chicken but it's bigger and you tend to be serving more people, especially like
Maybe,
Thanksgiving, Christmas, like they're usually big occasions. But okay, I've been watching The Mythical Kitchen.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to the podcast.
Hell yeah.
And they talk about brining the turkey, okay?
Uh-huh.
Now, I had no idea what brining was.
It's basically
before.
you leave meat, typically chicken or like typically poultry, in a substance that for
Right.
a few hours that adds flavor and makes it more tender, right? That's kind of
So
the deal.
basting, we always basted the turkey Christmas time, and that's just like basically you cook the turkey in like a pretty deep dish.
Yeah.
Well, not a deep dish, but like, like sort of a deeper baking tray. And you would like wrap it in foil or like put foil over the top, and then you melt like butter onto it, and then you suck up the butter and you like squirt the butter all over like every hour or something to get a decent, good baste on the turkey. But we never tried brining. And this year, dude, we brined the turkey crown. We put it in it was salt, sugar, probably like a 2-to-1 ratio of salt to sugar. And then like bay leaves and citrus and like a bunch of stuff.
What liquid? What kind of liquid do you use to brine?
Just water.
Water? Okay.
Yeah. But like salt, sugar, seasoning, like all that good shit overnight for this turkey crown. So probably about 8 hours or so. And boy, that turkey was delicious. Holy fuck. Okay.
Nice. Do you guys stuff your turkey?
No.
Because that's the thing in America you see a lot, like making stuffing or whatever.
Well, okay, so making stuffing is one thing, but people never stuff their turkeys.
See, and that doesn't make sense to me. It's
So,
called stuffing.
It's
Shove it up
called
the
stuff. Oh,
turkey
right.
ass.
So, in the South, in the deep South,
Yeehaw,
they
buddy.
call it dressing, right?
Huh?
They don't call it stuffing. They call it dressing.
Oh,
and
it's fucking country fried steak all over again. Or chicken fried steak. Holy fuck.
and the reason, I guess, right? No, this is funny because they talked about this on the Mythical Kitchen podcast. That basically Josh calls it stuffing, but he never stuffs it in the turkey. But he won't call it dressing because it implies that he will never stuff it in a turkey. So he will call it stuffing, so he basically reserves the right to stuff it in the turkey if he wants to. What? But as far as I know, it's just like, it's literally just a regional naming difference. But we have stuffing. We have stuffing every year. I don't like stuffing at all. I think it's gross.
It's just like bread with like a bunch of shit and kind of like moist.
So I've never been a big fan of stuffing. Yeah, so it's like bread and like herbs and whatever, and I've never loved it. But we've never stuffed the chicken. What we do put in the chicken, we kind of do stuff the chicken, but it's usually like an orange. You know what I mean? Like you just like you put
Shove an orange up its
aromatics.
butt.
Yeah, you put some aromatics in the cavity to sort of infuse while it cooks, but we don't put like actual stuffing in there and then eat it.
Are you a cranberry sauce man?
And like,
Are you
cranberry
a
sauce? Okay,
Because I fucking
Cranberry
love cranberry
sauce.
sauce.
is good, but we have bread sauce with our turkey, right?
What is that?
Which I feel like bread sauce is like the sweet McDonald's sweet and sour of table sauces because
Okay.
it's underrated. I feel like no one ever talks about it, but it's something that I've had every year. My mom makes it from scratch. It is so blessed. So basically it's breadcrumbs in milk and like cloves, bay leaves again. It's basically just like bread, milk, herbs to make a warm sauce to go on turkey, but it is so amazing. Like, it's usually like super clovey, and it's just fucking delicious, dude. Like
Delicious.
and more people need to have bread sauce.
This is the first time I hear. This is the first I've heard of it. You know?
Yeah,
To
it's
quote
like
my man Jeff Goldblum.
it's amazing. And I would say like
Sounds kind of lit.
cranberry sauce or bread sauce is an absolute necessity on turkey, just
Dude,
because it does tend to
I
be
don't know,
quite a
I
dry
think-
bird.
I just something about because obviously you know like even like a thing that Dutch people eat a lot with cranberry sauce is you know like pate, you know like fucking goose liver, fucking like the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
pink fucking smudge you fucking put on bread or whatever. Over here it's very popular to put cranberry sauce on that and it fucking slaps, dude.
I think
Because you got that like very gamey fucking like goose liver taste.
yeah, I'm not a
and
big
then-
fan of pate.
I love it. I fucking love it. And then you fucking put some cranberry on that shit, dude. Oh, bless. Fucking bless.
But shit, dude, mint sauce as well. You ever have lamb with mint sauce?
Not much.
Okay,
Lamb
here's
is very hit or miss for me.
here's something funny in my family specifically, right? So my dad, not the most refined palate, okay?
Gotcha.
My mom is very like particular. And so you know how like people will match wine to certain dishes, for example?
Yeah.
Well, there's the same thing with table sauces, okay?
Okay.
Now, here's a few examples. We might have even talked about this before, but here's a few examples. So, turkey, cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Lamb, mint sauce.
Yeah.
Beef, horseradish sauce.
I don't think we have horseradish here.
Pork, applesauce. So, like, that's the...
Applesauce with pork, dude?
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Wow.
Pork and applesauce, dude? That's the thing. Anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Those are like the standards. It's like, oh, when you have beef, you drink red wine or whatever. I don't know. But
Yeah.
those are the standards. My dad will consistently somehow eat one thing with the wrong thing, and it will drive my mum insane. Like, it is as old as time itself that like we'll be having pork, and my dad will get the horseradish out. And my mum will be like, like every single time. Like it is without fail.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
It's the fucking worst, dude.
Pork and apple is traditional in Australia. Pork chops and applesauce can confirm. Hey, Naruden.
There you go.
Interesting. I've never heard of pork and applesauce. It's crazy. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's not that I'm like, oh, gross. I've just never heard of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, those are the standards. Those are the international standards.
For some reason, I
for
like honey on my pork,
foods.
dude. Like,
Yeah, honey roast ham, stuff like
yeah,
that.
but also
yeah.
just like
That's-
pork chops, dude. Like a little bit of fucking honey on that bitch. Oh,
I think that's
lit.
sacrilege. I think you might be, like, ham is cured, right? So it's like much saltier. So when you glaze it with honey, it's like, and mustard. Oh,
Oh, dude,
but-
mustard sauce on fucking.
regular
bless,
just
oh, bless.
pork.
No, it's not like I'm
Uh,
fucking like I fucking make a ham sandwich and throw honey on there. It's not every kind of pork, but like
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
But no, definitely like
mustard. I also like. I will
And
put mustard
pineapple?
on like everything.
pineapple
pine-
as well goes with pork.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like I've heard that.
Yeah, ham and pineapple pizza. I mean,
Hawaii. That's one of my favorites. Chat, fucking roast me.
But
Hawaiian
anyway,
pizza, lit.
here we are again talking about food for the first 20 minutes. Duke just speaking the truth and then saying shit like stuffing isn't stuffing. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, we've always called it stuffing. Everyone calls it stuffing. No one stuffs it. Like that's my experience.
America explain. Because it's an American thing. Like I feel like the whole stuffing.
No, we
dressing,
have stuffing.
No, but like
We have
stuffing
stuffing.
dressing thing, like that.
Calling stuffing dressing is like a southern states thing. Yeah.
But I guess that makes sense because they don't actually stuff it.
Because
So
they
like
don't stuff it.
You dress your See, that makes more sense to me than
yeah.
calling something stuffing and the only place you're gonna stuff it is in your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know?
Anyway, moving on from fucking food. Yeah, so
Christmas.
okay, because I never really elaborated. So Christmas Day goes, and then it's like, okay, Christmas is over. I don't care about New Year, really. Like, New Year's celebrations doesn't really do it for me.
Same.
But between Christmas and New Year, like, we were trying to, like, do some family stuff on, like, Discord and shit like that.
Yeah, so
And
like,
because-
you're playing Jackbox, right? With
Yeah. And, like,
Excuse me.
I enjoyed it, and I didn't mind doing it. But because I'm, like, not human, and I sleep at 3 a.m., and I get up at, like, 1 p.m.
That's an early night. That's an early day for you, bro.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's an early night for me as well. Okay, I go to sleep at 5 a.m., I get up at 2, 3 p.m., whatever. Like, my day would be get up, wait for Jackbox, and then finish Jackbox, and sit here. And it got so, like, it got to me, dude. I felt so idle. Like,
I feel you.
I couldn't stream, basically, because,
Yeah.
like, what was I gonna do? Go live at 6 to then go play Jackbox at, like, 7 or 8. Like, so that was, like, a week where I couldn't stream, really, without fucking fixing my shit and getting up earlier, probably. But, like, my routine was gone, and, like, I wasn't mad because obviously it's the holiday season, and I'm not, like, I'm okay with not streaming, but it was just the fact that I was just sitting here not doing shit. Like,
That's I felt like normally New Year's Eve I typically like go with a group of friends and we just get drunk. That's really what we do. But this year obviously we couldn't, and I sat here, drank on my own, played video games with like Anton and Shay, played GTA. Around like 11, went upstairs, played like a game of bingo with my fucking family.
hell yeah.
Drank some champagne, got even more lit. Happy New Year, everybody. Went back downstairs and continued drinking alone until like 5 a.m. and then went to bed.
Yeah.
That was my
Like,
New Year's Eve.
So my New Year's Eve was play Jackbox. And then so there's this thing here called Jules Holland's annual Hootenanny, where Jules Holland is like a jazz blues pianist, and he's quite a personality in the UK. And he does this thing every year where he gets a bunch of people together. The Hootenanny is, I think that he has a regular show, but the Hootenanny, he does a specific one for the new year anyway. And that this year obviously was kind of trash because for the Hootenanny, it's a big room full of like celebrities, musicians, and what he does is he'll have like 5 or 6 bands, and he will like go from what, like, they'll be set up around the room, and it'll be like, hey, here's this band now, and they'll play, and then it'll stop, and he'll like talk to fucking some TV personality who's in the audience, and he'll like sort of interview them a bit and like whatever. What are you looking forward to this year? What have you blah blah blah, and then cut to another band. But it was all on like Zoom and shit. And so it was just like, yeah, okay, we won't fucking bother watching that. So we played Jackbox at 11:45. We went downstairs, put the Hootenanny on. The Hootenanny was late for the countdown because it was on like the BBC iPlayer thing, so the countdown was late.
Nice.
The highlight of New Year's Eve was we went outside onto the sort of like our front porch out onto the front garden, and the neighbors had come out as well, and we were all like, we all wished each other a happy new year, and we were all very 2 meters apart, whatever the fuck, while we
Dabbed.
clinked glasses, and that was like the first time that I've seen another person in person besides one of my parents for probably a month, because I can't remember the last time I went to the supermarket. Like, so that was a highlight, and
Human
it was
interaction,
really funny.
Pog.
Well, that's the funny thing. I'm an introvert. My neighbors clearly aren't, right? They, like, dead ass, my neighbors across the street, like literally straight that way, host a New Year's Eve party every single year. Not this year, right? But they're extroverted people. They love talking to the neighbors. So seeing them in this situation where like they haven't seen or chatted properly to a group of people in so long, and like you could see how much they were really like enjoying it, but in this kind of weird, uncomfortable 2020 kind of way, where it's God, it's great to see you guys, but I don't really want to like give you a hug or anything, because it's kind of be a bit weird. And that was funny to kind of observe, to be like, wow, like I felt bad for them. I should feel bad for me, because like, holy
nobody
fuck,
else does, so
dude.
you don't have to.
Yeah, but I felt bad for them, thinking like these people seriously like live off social interaction. Like they're very sociable people, like everyone on my street. And like the guy who lives next door was saying he would go pretty much like every week, go to the pub with his like workmates every Friday, and he hasn't done that since March and shit like that. And it's like, first of all, you got to applaud them, right?
For actually not doing it. Yeah.
Right. And I am so glad that I don't live on the same street as a bunch of fucking crazies. Like, kudos to them for actually doing this shit. But that was a cool experience. One thing's for sure though, without a doubt, as rough as the last few days of 2020 were, I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad it's 2021. I have fucking loved and been so active every single day since the first.
Nice. That's good.
I have cleaned up this room entirely. I cleaned and tidied my fucking bedroom entirely. I've streamed. Have I streamed every day? Maybe not.
No, because we raided Wednesday and you didn't stream, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes.
Oh no, you streamed Kingdom Come afterwards though, right? So never mind, you did stream, I guess.
Yeah, because we finished raid pretty quick. But I've streamed plenty. I've started working out again. You know what was really funny was yesterday. I had 30 minutes to kill before raid. So it wasn't yesterday, it was Wednesday. We were about to raid, and I felt so idle. I got to my PC, and I was like, I have 30 minutes to kill. I need to do something, because I think I'd already like worked out and shit.
Quick BG, bro.
And I just like, no, I mean like, because in the days prior, I literally like cleaned or tidied something like every single day, and I was like, I gotta clean something. So I fucking got up and I went downstairs and I like changed the dishwasher over. I put some laundry on. I like wiped down the fucking worktops in the kitchen. Got all cleaned up. Sat down on my PC. Fucking raided. And like that was, and like, it just feels good. It feels good to be It feels good to fucking stream again. Especially like, the content of the streams has been so fucking good, dude. I loved Kingdom Come. With a deep passion. I loved that game. I can't believe I finished it. Like, Peepo clap, I finished a video game. But it feels so bad to finish a video game that I want to keep playing forever. Like,
I mean, I've been there, bro. I've been there. I'm like so invested. Last time I felt like this. I don't know exactly when it was, but like the first time I like I remember like the first time I like finished Mass Effect 3, I was like, what do we do now? You know, you're in this like twilight zone of like,
Yeah.
I finished it, Pog, but oh fuck, I finished it. You
Well,
know?
the thing is, there is like a post story, like there are quests you can still do. You can keep doing the side quests.
Yeah, but like you know that
It
shit
just doesn't feel the same.
doesn't matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like, oh,
I want to talk about the story. So if anyone cares about story spoilers to Kingdom Come, now's your time to. There's your heads up, because I'm going to be talking about story spoilers. So first of all, it did not take long for me to surpass the furthest point that I reached, I don't think, in the game, story-wise.
okay.
I was ridiculously committed to this playthrough, okay?
Yeah, you
I
were.
played 13 hours. I had 13 hours on a save file. No, sorry. I had 24 hours on a save file and had to reload to a save that only had 11 hours playtime on it because I fucked the story. And I still kept
you
going.
got you like kind of you like hard locked yourself, right? Because
Yeah.
you killed too many motherfuckers.
I was being a fucking goober and I was killing a lot of innocents, and I ended up having to reload a 12-hour like loss of gameplay just so I could continue the main story.
Rough.
But I still persevered, and I
I would
still
see. I would have
enjoyed
given
the fuck
up.
out
I
of
would
it.
have been like, oh fuck this.
Like, I mean, when was it? It was before it was before the end of last year, obviously, but I was like, I will finish Kingdom Come or I will shave my beard. There's a clip, like, it's out there, and now I'm so disappointed that I actually finished it already, because we're only 8 days in to 2020. Like,
Yeah, and I mean, dude, bro, fam,
but
as
now I've got to finish
someone-
10 more games. Well,
your
I'll come to
track
that.
record of finishing games isn't great.
It's piss poor.
It's I was being nice, but but like story games are dope, and I that's how I like started. I was like, yo, I like single player games. Smile, and
Yeah.
why play alone when I can stream and have people watch and talk about it. That was initially the reason I started streaming. And as someone who really likes story games, it always fucking, dude, when you like start a game, you play the game for like a week, and then get distracted by something else, and you just never go back to that game. Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god! I want to do unspeakable things to you when you do that.
Mm. Yeah, you know what I didn't do that with? Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
Didn't do it there. I'm trying to think of games that I really did do that with. Metro
Horizon.
Exodus, but I still have a reason
Horizon.
for that. Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah. I will reserve that right though, because I did not enjoy how Horizon ran.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah, fair, but
my control. That was the same reason that I stopped playing it at Metro. Because streaming at 900p 60 FPS has been like a fucking wake up call that like my stream can actually be good quality. So then, but I stream it on NVENC, and then I play games that look good, and then my GPU struggles and stuff doesn't look right. So I'm waiting on a GPU upgrade so that I can play Horizon Zero Dawn and Metro Exodus, for example. But yeah, I mean, okay, so there was some amazing story beats in Kingdom Come. So you're Henry from Skalitz. Skalitz gets destroyed. Your parents get killed. One thing that the game does amazingly well. So you always feel like you never feel like a hero. You know what I mean?
yeah, like you're
like-
just the blacksmith's son,
Right.
You know what I mean?
You feel like you definitely have moments where you feel like a hero. Like they try, you're clearly not a regular individual. They big you up. Like one guy's like, hey, come on, Henry, without you we wouldn't all be here, stuff like that, because of like certain things that you did, and
Yeah.
and like he does go out of his way.
You know
But
who
you
would
never
be there
feel
without
like
Henry?
Hmm?
You know who would be there without Henry? Like 90% of the priests in the game.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, okay. I have to say that reloading that save did wipe clean a lot of my errors. I mean, I killed this poor woman in the Ratai church, and I left her corpse up in like the I don't know what you call it, the loft or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that she was actually the only woman who could have cooked and been a housemaid for the trader, and I was gutted. But it turns out that no matter what you do, that trader will be mad at you. So basically, you have to do this quest where you have to get all of the refugees from Skalitz. You have to get some of them some jobs, and the trader is looking for a housekeeper and cook. Mm-hmm. There is one woman who will go and be a housekeeper for him, but she can't cook worth a damn.
Nice.
Right? And if you go to him afterwards and you're like, how's the cooking that? He's like, terrible. And all she cares about is looking after that cripple. Because it turns out that her husband got fucked up at Skalitz and is bedridden.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes to be his housekeeper, just moves him with her husband, and just spends the whole time looking after her husband, right? But if you do it the other way, with the woman who can actually cook, and you talk to him, you're like, yo, how's it cook? He's like, terrible. All she does is give me bloody sermons. Because she's like, she spends all the time in the church. She used to live with a priest. Like, there's no way to make him happy. All right, so actual story spoilers now. So the big hitting story moments were obviously you sneak into this camp and you get captured by the bandits that are in there.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Sir Radzig Kobyla, who is easily my favorite character in the whole game, I can't remember the name of the guy that plays him, but he absolutely killed it. Like, it's just an amazing performance vocally, like the mocap, whatever, like it's all so good. Sir Radzig Kobyla is a fucking Chad, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that Sir Radzig Kobyla is Henry's dad. And you're like, what?
That's kind of wild.
And like, it sort of clicks into place, right? A few things from that second, like, from that moment, you realize like a lot of things make sense. In one of the first cutscenes, Sir Radzig mourns the loss of your father, and especially your mother. Like to a weird amount, he laments the death of your mother, and it's like, oh, that's kind of strange. And that's why. So basically what happens is Sir Radzig and your mom, they had a romance. She got pregnant, but he's a lord. They couldn't get married because she's a commoner. So Martin, who's like his homie, stepped in like, all right, lad, I'll marry her then. I'll look after her and the young'un. And he raises you as his own, which is crazy.
Actually. What a fucking the real hero of the game, dude. The blacksmith.
And he dies in the first act, you know?
Yeah.
And he comes back in a post-credits fucking cutscene, dude, and he's like, "You all right, son?" You know, like, oh, dude. Fucking, everyone has to play, you have to play this game again. Like, it's so good, dude.
Yeah, but now I know the plot, so like, what's the point, you know?
Someone recommended playing it on a harder difficulty, playing it again on a harder difficulty. Here's one thing, like, in particular, that bothered me a lot about Kingdom Come. As you get later into the game, the enemies scale up gradually. The bandits, they get better armor, they get better weapons. But they also reach a point where combat against them feels so pointless because not only do they have good armor and good weapons, so you're hacking at them for ages to actually do any damage. There's a mechanic in the game called the Master's Block, I think, and it's when at the start it's like if you time a block right, you won't lose any stamina and you can strike back. As you get a little further, using that same thing, which is just like blocking as they start to attack, there's a chance that you will get a guaranteed hit, right? And so that has some cool animations, how that works, which is one of my favorite things. So like they'll swing and you like step to the side and bonk them on the head, or like pull their sword under your arm and like smash them in the face with the pommel of your sword a few times, things like that. Like those cool animations are all fixed, like set as part of the animation when you get that block chance. So as you get later in and the enemies get better, they can also do that. And it means that you are never safe to attack. And if you don't get one of those lucky procs where you get a free hit, you're still never safe to attack. So if they come at you and you do this like the slow-mo block and you then swing, there's a good chance that you're just gonna get hit for it. And that doesn't make it any more difficult. It just makes it really frustrating because the combat becomes a waiting game of like, I have to wait for him to attack and basically pray that I get the lucky riposte. because
Yeah.
otherwise there's a good chance I get my shit pushed in. That's one of my biggest complaints. The game is obviously super janky from like the graphics pop in like crazy. There's some janky animations. There's
It's
some
very
janky.
indie, you can tell. You know, like it shows.
Yeah, it's
indie.
very double A, we'll say, because it's Deep Silver published. But
Yeah, it's
in
a
terms
Kickstarter
of
game, right? Like they kickstarted.
yes, yeah. In terms of like the writing, like the story pacing and arc, and like it has just the right amount of like surprising reveals and also kind of cliches. The combat is great in certain situations. The combat is really good. Definitely can be really intense. The voice acting all around, like Anton made a point of this, and like it's something that really started to sink in by maybe like halfway through. But the cutscenes and the dialogue are absolutely incredible. Like that's the one main thing that puts this game head and shoulders above Skyrim, for example, for me, is that you've got these beautiful cutscenes all throughout the game with like really convincing performances from some like pretty like low-key voice actors and stuff that sell the script so fucking well, and it's just so well written, and you really just feel so in the world. Henry is just well played. Henry has the perfect face and the perfect voice for like this unassuming blacksmith's son. He's not particularly special.
Okay, so I have a little thing for you, by the way.
Yeah.
Research. An article from April 2020.
Is this about a sequel?
Yeah.
From what I've seen in the sequel, it's going to be set 103 years in the future of the original game.
Okay, well, because it links a tweet from Warhorse Studios with some dude in a mocap suit thanking some company for their new mocap swords.
Nice.
So they're working on. At least they're working on a medieval.
No, there was a
game,
picture of one of the lead devs or something of Kingdom Come in like armor, and in the background is a whiteboard, and on that whiteboard it says like KCD2 1506, I think, which is 103 years after the events of the first game. The one issue that I have with that is that throughout the entirety of the game, your main objective is find and kill Markvart von Aulitz.
Did they never release DLC, like story DLC for the game?
There is story DLC, but it doesn't seem to continue the main story. I've looked through them. I'll take another look, but it really seems like that storyline, that main storyline, is never properly.
I mean, I guess that whole sequel thing, you will see it when it gets there, I guess. But seems.
Well, here's what I'm hoping. Here's what I'm hoping for it too. If it is set 100 years in the future, that you're playing a descendant of Henry, and the sword that Henry is after for the entirety of the game is somehow an heirloom, or it's mounted on the wall, or there's some reference to it. Because if there isn't, I'll be so mad. Because that's literally the MacGuffin for the entire game, is that sword. Because it's.
I mean, and the fact that you told me last night when we were playing WoW that you were kind of miffed that you never kill the guy, you never fight the guy that killed your fucking family. And you're
right. You never see Markvart.
And that's essentially
that's
like
the quest.
Henry's goal is get revenge, and then you fight his army or whatever, but he never shows up.
What I love about, I mean, there's so many things I love about this game, but I'll try to do a top 5 things that I love about this game. The way it's based in history, you look at the credits at the end of the game, and there's 6 history PhDs credited, and that's just cool. The PhD consultants. That's so cool. It goes 6 guys with PhDs, then a bunch of professors, and etc. Then blacksmiths that they've consulted.
That's sick, dude.
All of these different fucking professions that they've consulted, so it's authentic tanning, blacksmithing, everything all these NPCs that you see do in the game. Sword fighting. They had mocap sword fighting consultants and shit. All of that shit makes me so
sick.
Happy.
That's fucking cool.
I absolutely love that. And it's so it's so tied into the history that if you Google character names, you get Wikipedia pages for real people that existed in 1403. Like, if you Google Sir Hanush, you're gonna get a page about the real life Sir Hanush who lived in Bohemia in 1403, right?
That's
and
fucking
like
sick.
it's all based around real events of the Hungarians invading, like with this whole toss up over the crown. The historically, the historical investment and accuracy of the whole thing is beautiful, and I love it. And I like that could probably encompass like 3 of the top 5 things, because another one of the top 5 things is how alive everything feels. That was one of the, like, a huge thing that I loved about The Witcher is when you go into a town like Novigrad, and there's always NPCs, you know, milling around. You'll see blacksmiths, you'll see people trading at market stalls. You ride through the streets and bump into people and they shout at you. The settlements felt incredibly real.
Off.
And fuck, that was my favorite. You just bump into a
Go
guy
on,
on your horse. In fucking Kingdom Come, you knock into someone on a horse and they're like, "What are you doing? Learn to ride a horse!" Like, it's hilarious. Everything feels so alive, which is like, I feel like something that Bethesda games were like praised for, but holy fuck, Kingdom Come does it well. Like, the most sort of insignificant quest NPCs feel like they have their own lives. There's one little quest line.
It just shows by the fact that because you were memeing around a lot and killing a bunch of people, and then later on you found out, oh, now I can't do like this list of quests anymore because those people are important, and they don't seem it until you run into that quest, which is very cool.
So one great example of that.
Every NPC could be important at some point down the line.
You can kind of get by like if he has a name. Oh, actually, no, that's not true, because it was the bailiff that I fucked over in Ujits.
Mm-hmm. And
he's just called Bailiff. But yeah, one of my favorite little quest lines is there's a blacksmith in Ledechko, and he says, oh, they say the blacksmith in Sasau like casts spells on his steel, because his steel seems to never break. And so you go, and this is just a regular blacksmith, like whatever, and you go to Sasau and you find the blacksmith in question, and he basically he just happens he double tempers his steel, and that's why his steel's so strong. Okay. But the reason people think he casts spells is because as he does it, he like does a little like nursery rhyme. Okay. And so the rhyme is with the timing of his tempering of the steel, and he'll temper it twice, and the rhyme has 2 parts. So you have to listen and watch as he does his steel tempering. Obviously, it's all supposed to look super authentic, you know. There'll be a guy, an NPC of no significance whatsoever, who is like, they have a routine. They'll get up, they'll come out of their house, they'll wash their face in the trough, and then they'll like go, and there'll be a guy like, he'll pick up some logs and like bring them over to the blacksmith for the fire and shit like that. So you have to sit there and listen for this guy's rhyme, and then go back to the other blacksmith and recount it to him so that he knows how to temper the steel. And it's like, those 2 NPCs are so insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but that quest is like so, like, I don't know, realistic seeming. Like, oh, they say he casts spells, but he's actually just kind of muttering a rhyme for the timing of his tempering, and he happens to temper it a different way. There's a lot of good shit about that game that I'm gonna miss, because it's never gonna be the same on a second playthrough. It's never gonna be the same.
I can't, like, it's been a while since I felt like that enamored by a game.
Yeah, I was this enamored the first time I played it. I remember.
I don't know, like, maybe that's also because lately my focus has been, you know, it was a lot of Apex and then WoW and then a lot of multiplayer stuff. I mean, I'm pretty enamored by WoW, to be fair. Like, I love the WoW.
And we usually get pretty enamored by Apex, to be fair.
Yeah, the Apex, dude. You've still not seen the fucking new cinematic, have you?
No.
It's fucking good, dude. It's good. Just watch it, smile. I played some Apex today, actually. It was fun. I haven't played since WoW came out, or Shadowlands came out, and played some Apex with Swede and Ethan, who I'm still mad at for not playing the game for like half a year, logging in, opening a pack, and getting an heirloom. Kind of pissed, not gonna lie.
Seems about
right. That's pretty whack. But anyway,
yeah.
They got a new event going on right now currently, and it's pretty cool. Like, I'm definitely keen to dabble back into Apex a little bit more now that I don't know, just enjoyed Apex and I was like, oh yeah, I should play this game more, smell. But what happens when there's no more lore for what? There's always more lore, dude. Like there's always stories. Like, and the thing is, even when we're like in patch 10.0 waiting room, like when the last content update has come out for Shadowlands, I can just go back and like, oh, okay, I'll tell the full story of Jaina Proudmoore. I'll tell the full story of Illidan Stormrage. You know, like there's always lore. So like, I'm never gonna run out of material for videos if that's what you're worried about. Until there's, dude, even if there's a 2 to 3 year gap between expansions,
Warcraft lore runs deep.
Warcraft
and
lore
Dutch
runs
certainly
deep.
hasn't covered all of it.
Like if I were to keep uploading 3 videos a week like I am now, even without new content, I'll have enough to fill a few years of videos. Don't worry. But yeah, I don't know. Because we're getting to the point in Shadowlands. Like we're getting to the point in Shadowlands where we're like, okay, well we've experienced everything so far. I say everything. There's still like weekly stuff coming out with the whole Torghast storyline. But other than that,
what would you call it? The first phase, I guess. We're kind of reaching the end of the first phase. Other than,
and
like,
typically
some of those continuous things.
in the history, like Legion, patch 7.1 came out roughly 3-ish months after Legion came out. BFA, it was like 4 months. Obviously now we got COVID, so things are gonna take a little longer, I would imagine. But February is BlizzCon, and I expect them to announce the new patch there at least.
Yeah, 100%. That's pretty much perfect timing for it. In fact, when did they announce that BlizzCon was February?
I think around the time where BlizzCon was supposed to happen, like November, they were like, "Oh, BlizzCon Online, February 2021."
Yeah, I reckon they announced it for February to line up with that in that case, where they have a big announcement. But yeah, so I finished it, and Cressir and Sokola have challenged me to finish 10 games in 2020. Games.
Does Kingdom Come count? Or no?
Cressy gave me $10 at Kingdom Come, so I assume so.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't think it would.
In 2020, right? Like technically, you started.
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. And now, okay, so now, right, real quick, because I'm still trying to figure out what exactly. So I wanted to bring this up here for suggestions, if nothing else. So on the list right now, we pretty much have Pokemon Emerald at the top, and Dark Souls Remastered at the bottom.
Twilight Princess as well, right?
Twilight Princess or Majora's Mask, or both, depending. Now I just got to figure out another 7 or 8 games.
Fucking play Doom, bro.
Could play Doom 2016?
Yeah, and then maybe fucking, I don't know, if you enjoy it, fucking chuck Eternal in there as well. They're both on Game Pass.
If I run out, yeah. I mean, my Game Pass sub has run out. So right now I'm just like...
Let me think.
I don't...
Dude, Bug Snacks, bro.
I'm not getting Epic Games.
Kind of bug.
I'm not getting Epic Games, though. I hate to say it.
You can catch me in your trap. It's Bug Snacks.
It is Bug Snacks, okay? But I'm not doing the Epic Games thing.
Fucking Knack 2. No.
Metro?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn? That's a long game, though.
Dude, you have a year. You have a whole last year.
I know, but like, I can't see another game grabbing me as hard as Kingdom Come for a long time.
Think of it this way, dude. 9 more games. We're in January, which means like if you complete a story game over the course of like a month and a week, and like that is the time you take for him, you'll be done. You'll be. That's it.
Yes, but a month and a week can be a long time. That sounds like a long time. Like how long?
Yeah. So that means that you don't even have to focus on. So you can be like, okay, complete Kingdom Come. Let's play fuck around games for like 2 weeks and then get into the next story.
Well, the
game.
Nuzlocke counts. You know.
Okay. Well, there you go. Okay, but like, I'm just saying that you have over a month to play a single player game, and that there's way more time than you would ever need, and you can just fucking fuck around and play.
Yeah, but I don't want to fall into that trap. You know what I mean? I would rather like.
Thanks, Sander. Happy New Year, bro.
I would rather end up finishing 12 games
Okay.
than barely finish 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
like,
okay, fair.
so-
But I'm just saying, because you're the kind of guy that's like, oh god, I'm playing the single player game, but dude, new Dota update, or oh, I'm playing the single player game, but oh, Shadowlands patch 9.1 came out, or
Yeah,
oh,
I
single player
have
game,
to-
but Apex
okay,
new
but
season. Whee!
I
You know,
have
like-
gotten a lot better at like balancing my time with, as long as I only have one, like it's just WoW, right? Like
Yeah.
WoW is the one thing that I gotta play, right? So it's like I can balance my time pretty well. I've done a pretty good job so far with Kingdom Come and WoW. All right, I managed to finish
I
Kingdom
mean,
Come.
I don't know, dude. Kind of slacking on the Mythic Plus game, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, but am I slacking on the raid game? No.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
So I will be, if I can, I will be slacking on the raid game. But that's because like I don't like streaming WoW. Like if I really was a like, oh, if I was into streaming WoW, I would play more WoW.
Yeah.
But I'm not. It because the things on WoW that I want to stream is like raiding, Mythic Plus. Like I want to stream like the competitive content, but that's when I can be the least interactive. And then if I stream like casual WoW content, I feel like it's not as entertaining. So I can't strike
bro,
a balance.
Real talk, dude, because you're a competitive fucking boy. Give PvP a shot, bro. Fucking
can't do it, man.
arenas. No?
I can't do it. I feel like I'm behind the curve. Right? This is the first expansion I've played properly. There's going to be people in those arenas that have been playing since like TBC. And they've done PvP since TBC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like I will forever feel like I'll never catch up with those people, right? And yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not crazy. But like it's weird. You were like, I know it makes sense for you. You love WoW. You've lived and breathed
I
WoW.
mean, like, there's definitely, like, I get you on the streaming thing.
Yeah.
But what I do whenever I feel like I'm running out of things to do, I'll just fucking do mount runs and be like, yo, chat, pause champ, and just kind of like do it that way. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, believers? Any
Yeah,
believers?
you should do some prediction stuff. We did some of
I
that
can't.
today.
Well, I can, but half of Europe isn't allowed to vote in predictions because it's gambling. Smile?
That's not true.
Yes.
But there's no money. There's literally no monetary value.
Yeah.
Is that
I know.
must just be because of the tie into subs, where subs get more?
I don't know, but like
That
I
has to
know
be it.
I know Denmark isn't allowed to partake. I know I'm not allowed to partake. I know a lot of European countries are not allowed to partake in predictions because it's technically gambling.
WoW can do gameplay stream and personality streaming. I suck at personality streaming in WoW. It's as simple as that because I'm not engaged. If I'm doing casual WoW, my brain is dead, and like I can't keep up energy when
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like.
the thing when streaming WoW, dude. Like what I do is like I just do silly things. Like I do mount runs.
Yeah.
Chat makes fun of me for not getting mounts, and I'm like, haha, XD, fuck you guys. You know, be a bit of a React Andy. You know, watch some fucking videos on stream, dude, while you're like mindlessly doing the same thing over and over again, shit like that. You know, it's gotta be make of it.
It's
The
just it's just
Asmongold
some,
formula, you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
just like, oh,
it's something I can't. I don't know. I don't fuck with it. I don't know. I don't like watching videos on stream. Really, I like a little like just chatting. We'll do a little React video or whatever. Still didn't react to that Apex thing.
shit, it's fun. It's a good time.
But
Piss off, Scavlander.
and like when I played Final Fantasy 14 and I would do like the raid on Final Fantasy
And
14,
that was your first mistake.
I would like literally put like You're So Loud compilations on my fucking monitor because the like it wasn't a raid, but it's like a big dungeon
Dude,
at the end of the expansions. Takes so long.
I was talking to chat when we were raiding normal this week. I was like, dude, I want to listen to bangers with DMCA. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get some earbuds, right? Or like earbuds, put them in my fucking phone.
No, you have fucking voice meter.
Yeah, no, but like just fucking, get some earbuds that go under my headphones, chuck them in my phone. My phone's fucking Spotify, and I'm just fucking here banging.
Figure out
the
voice
fucking...
meter, and you can just blast Spotify without it going through the chat.
Yeah, but I can also just what? I can also do it the way that I'm gonna do it.
But then that
and
means
not
wearing a
bother.
second pair of earbuds under your headphones where your Discord comms are coming through during raid and like...
Yeah, but then we run into the problem where I guess chat can just listen to in-game ambiance. Fuck it. Fuck you, chat.
No, you put like beats to fucking wank and study to on YouTube, playing to chat that you can't hear, and then you play Spotify that you.
I guess it's
and
just
you can be
that's
like,
just a lot more.
Laptop in my back pocket.
Nah, maybe.
Getting really confusing
Music
though when
doing
you're like.
raid, not focusing on Paris callouts. Like we need fucking callouts on normal anymore, dude. Come on. Or I
No,
don't.
dude, my Spotify autoplay was so blessed on Wednesday. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so there's this I think they're a quartet jazz group called Bad Bad Not Good, and they've made a song with rest in peace MF Doom, by the way. Holy fuck. But anyway, Bad Bad Not Good did a song with MF Doom a while ago, and it was an absolute banger, right? MF Doom can rap over fucking anything, but they do these absolutely sick, like, like super jazzy, like vibes with bass. And they released one for GTA, the new like heist or whatever on GTA Online.
Yeah, the fucking Tropicana, whatever the fuck's called. Something tropical, dude.
And it's the song MF Doom Bad Bad Not Good. It's an absolute fucking banger. So I just put that on and I let Spotify autoplay do its thing, and boy, I was vibing in that raid, dude. It was a good ass time. But yeah,
Dre,
so
has Dre been released out of hospital yet?
I don't fucking know, dude. Still Dre though.
Still Dre. What a banger that song is. Holy fuck.
For I don't like streaming WoW.
That's fair.
It's weird like how much like stuff changes in kind of like subversive ways. Like you don't know something's changed until you think about it. Because when you consider like how much Apex we streamed,
a
and
disgusting
like
amount of hours.
Hyperscape.
Nah, I mean that was all you, bro. That was
No. But that's what I'm talking about. Like for me personally. So like Apex, Hyperscape, Call of Duty, Overwatch, Dirty Bomb probably at one point. Like I loved streaming my shooter games, but like having like I don't know what it is, but like having this motivation. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Kingdom Come and like Dark Souls, especially Kingdom Come, has a very like avid fan base and a very small streamer base.
Yeah.
Every time I streamed Kingdom Come, I was top of the directory.
That's kind of pog.
And I saw the same thing with Monster Train, funnily enough, even when I tried out Monster Train. Great game, by the way. Definitely give that a try.
Maybe.
It's on Game Pass.
I don't have my Game Pass up anymore.
You played Hand of Fate, right? But you didn't play Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
It's more like Slay the Spire.
It looked more Slay the Spire.
Yeah. It's a bit of fun. Roguelike little deck builder. Cool. Very satisfying when you like get good combos and shit. But yeah, so Pokemon fucking Emerald today.
Yeah, your shit was popping off today, bro. A lot of
21 viewers, 5 follows. I mean, like it's crazy, and you don't get that with big multiplayer games.
I've kind of been thinking, and I kind of talked about it, like I think it was in your chat actually, or maybe it wasn't my stream. I don't know. I was like, I've been considering doing like a once a month like kind of thing where I just like go on a nostalgia trip and just like once a month play a game that I really enjoyed playing back in the day.
Yeah.
So like like old shit, like back when I was a wee lad. I think that'll be fun. Plus that'll also be games that probably not a lot of people stream anymore. So like whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun idea because there's definitely a lot of games that I'm still very fond of but haven't touched in like fucking years.
Bloons TD, bro.
No.
But yeah, no. So with the games, with the single player games that I have streamed, they are far less saturated, but still have like active viewership. And that was, I think, one of the things that kept me on Kingdom Come in a big way. Was like,
Yeah, I mean, it always, like, as a streamer, it's always fun to see a game that you enjoy do well stream-wise.
Yeah.
Because that makes you want to play the game even more.
Right,
Because,
exactly.
And you're having fun, and it's good for your stream.
Whereas
It's just the way it goes.
you play Apex, you play Dota, you play Overwatch, you play fucking WoW. Like, your discovery is going to be absolutely shit.
Fucking horrible, yeah.
And it's not all about the numbers, right? And
No,
we kind
but
of had this
it's
issue.
fun to see
like we
numbers
sort of had
do
this
well.
conversation the other day when we were talking about Twitch going down, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, sure, you shouldn't fuss. You shouldn't fuss over your viewer numbers. You shouldn't worry
No.
that like you lost a bunch of viewers because Twitch went to shit. But we stream games for people to watch them. That's why we stream
Yeah.
games. I wouldn't be streaming if I just was streaming to play the game. I would just play the game. We stream games. We do podcasts, whatever, because we love having an audience to share these experiences
and
with.
like engagement and shit.
And,
like,
and
you know.
engage with people. If you're playing a game with someone in the same room and they're watching you, that in itself can be such an enjoyable experience. So when you're like rewarded fucking tenfold on one game compared to another in terms of engagement, new people coming in, people who enjoy the game, who can chip in, who can answer your questions, who can provide input in like, you know, where you have to make a tough decision and it's like, oh, should I kill this guy or like stuff like that. Like having people who are new to the stream but invested in the game to take part in shit like that is so awesome, which is why like in a big way that Kingdom Come playthrough was like just fucking balls to the wall, like so much more enjoyable than like the WoW streams had been, for example. Personality streaming isn't really about, well, it depends what you stream.
The thing is, like, the reason why personality streaming isn't a way to grow is because initially, when people look up a stream to watch, they look up a game they want to watch. And if after that it turns out, hey, streamer's kind of fun and a cool dude and I like watching him, I'm gonna stick around.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I had a guy
when the
come in.
personality stream comes into play. But personality streaming, there's zero discovery because people don't look for streamers, look at their face and be like, I'm gonna click on this link.
Well, okay, if
they
you're gonna
look for
personality
games that they want to
stream
watch.
WoW,
That is initially the first step.
right? But I mean, just this past 2 months, we've seen the, like, I've seen the potency of variety streaming the right things by chance is obviously great for discovery, and variety streamers tend to be the personality streamers because they're not stuck on one game to be really good at it. It's if you're like trying to like be a personality driven streamer casually playing one game, that's much tougher.
Yeah.
But you know, for variety streaming, and people say variety streaming isn't the way, but like I can't imagine doing it any other way because I'm not the kind of person who can play one game endlessly, clearly, right?
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Like, cause like last year, I kind of drove myself so fucking bonkers by like trying to pander to like, oh, what are people gonna enjoy? Whereas this year, I've decided I'm just not gonna give a fuck. I'm just gonna play whatever the fuck I want to play and have fun with it. And if people want to watch, dope. If not, whatever, dude. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like, and dude, it's really motivating for me to keep playing WoW. It's really motivating because I see the YouTube channel do well. You know, like I see my videos do well, and
is always fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, like these
for
lore
me to
videos, and the fact that I found a way to make content on the same game on 2 platforms, but the content is so vastly different from each other.
Yeah.
You know, if you want lore videos or want to watch me lose my tiny little peepee to like a fucking insane cinematic that Blizzard put out or whatever the fuck it is, that's what YouTube is for. And I've gotten like, I launched OBS and I have stream I've stream elements OBS, so like I have like a little event list in my OBS window.
Yeah.
And there's been days where I like launch OBS and I see that I've gotten like a couple of followers overnight and I was like, what? But I'm assuming that that's from people that watch the YouTube video and we're like, yo, Dab, I'm gonna follow him on Twitch, which is really fucking cool.
The thing is that like the different content is like much more fitted to each platform anyway. Because I feel like
Like
I
let's
feel
plays don't really do well on YouTube anymore. Like that's
Yeah.
why if you wanted to be a successful let's play YouTube person, you needed to get into that
You
game.
missed it by like 10 years. Yeah.
2010 was like your year to
Yeah.
get started, or like 2009, whatever the fuck.
But like yeah.
right now, the way like I don't know, like it definitely depends on certain. I see certain videos do less good than others. I definitely like. It's funny, because the videos I make on like specific characters do pretty well.
Mm.
And then the videos I make on, you know, like, oh, story of this zone. If it's like a zone, for instance, the Meldraxxus video did way worse than the Ardenweald video, and I'm guessing that's because people just in general enjoyed the
Meldraxxus
Ardenweald
sucks.
campaign more than Meldraxxus.
I would also say
like-
that
and, like,
there might be
dungeons
more
and
Night
shit.
Fae out there than.
Maybe, but like it's just funny and
Wait, shouldn't that be it done? Shouldn't that be the boost done? 97%, guys. One more. Any
nice.
boosters?
When I make videos on like somebody disliked my new video, I'm gonna haunt them. When I make videos on like specific characters, they also tend to do really well. Especially like the fucking Nathanos video blew up. That was like my first video that actually was like
Yeah, that
fucking
was
zoomed.
insane. That was blessed timing though as well. Like that was
Yeah, it was
for
because
that event.
we just fucking killed the cunt, and I was like, oh,
you
okay, I'm
fight
gonna hop
and
on
kill
this.
Nathanos, yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, dude.
speculation videos also do really well. Like a
So
video
the
I
ones
made
that are
on
like,
like
what's
some
coming, what's going to be coming up. and-
unanswered questions. I made a video a week ago. World of Warcraft Shadowlands, what's next? Lore speculation about like patch 9.1.
Yeah.
Where I discussed like, you know, Kel'Thuzad and shit like that. And that's sitting at like 60 plus views right now, which is really good for like for a video that's been up for like 6 days. Like that's insane for my channel.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gaining some subs. So when I make content that I can definitely see like what type of videos do better than others, which is promising because it looks like the videos that are about like characters or are speculation do very well, and there's going to be way more of those than there are about quest storylines in zones. Because like the only reason I'm doing those videos is because Shadowlands is new. Once I'm done with the Revendreth storyline video, there won't be any more videos like that until the new expansion comes out.
Yeah.
And the rest of the videos until then are going to be going to be speculation, characters, global summary of the story of patch 9.1 or whatever the fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, like I was
So,
saying, like that. The content's diverse and it's better suited to the platforms. I think you're right. Like, yeah, let's play content on YouTube isn't really going to do great raid gameplay. Like, I feel like when people want to watch raid gameplay, it's probably
if you want to be a
for the mechanics.
successful channel on YouTube, you either become a reaction channel, or you
or play Among Us every week.
Or play Among Us, or play if you're in the gaming space. Among Us is your
which
your
is
thing.
plaguing me, by the way. I want to
Why?
vent a little bit, and this is
Oh, here we go.
no slight against my community.
Mm-hmm.
I know Among Us is the flavor of the month right now, and I don't love it, but people keep asking if I'll play it, and like, I just don't really feel like it at the moment, you know?
No, dude. Well, if we end up doing like another like Among Us night,
Yeah.
we need to install there's a mod called CrewLink,
Uh huh.
which enables proximity
Yeah, the
voice
proximity
chat.
chat thing. Yeah.
That makes things very much, because when you see someone, you can be like, "Hi," like it's like, "Ooh."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
It does look good.
I played. Dude, fucking Jen. I got tagged in her Discord because they were just looking for people to play
Yeah.
Among Us with, and I was like, "Nani." And then she was streaming the other day, and I hosted her and she was playing Among Us. And like a couple days ago in the afternoon, I played like some Among Us with them, which was really cool because I hadn't spoken to most of them in like fucking years.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, for pure storyline videos, people watch Nobbel, the better Dutch YouTube lore guy. I know, I get it. I'm discount Nobbel. At least I have more hair. Smile.
Pure storyline
but-
videos. People probably watch novel, but for speculation videos, you can get people's different points of view of stuff. That's
Yeah, exactly.
And then like for gameplay or like raid videos, if people are gonna watch raid videos for the most part, it's probably gonna be for the
They're gonna
sake
watch
of
like
learning
the
mechanics.
fucking like limit and shit. You know what I mean? Like the guilds.
Yeah, they'll either watch the guys doing the top end shit, or they'll watch like the already very established mechanic breakdown YouTubers that have been doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That get access to the raid in the beta and like, Yeah, whether it's Fat Boss TV or that chick, I can't remember her name. That do the mechanic breakdowns, like, and they've been doing it, and that's their thing, and they do it for years. But streaming it is very different. I think it's much more of an enjoyable experience to watch someone clear something for the first time.
Yeah.
Live.
And ever since I started doing the YouTube stuff, I feel way less bad about taking days off streaming when I'm not feeling like it, because I know there's content out there for people to consume if they really are hankering for some That Dutch Geek. So starting to do YouTube has made me like be okay with, oh, I'm not feeling like streaming today, so fuck it, dude. Because what I'll end up doing on days that I don't stream, I'll just like work on the next YouTube video. So I still feel productive, and I just feel less bad for it. Because whereas before this, if I would cancel a stream but still play video games, I'd be like, I kind of feel bad because I should be streaming actually, you know what I mean? But now I don't, because I'm still being productive in different ways, and there's another platform out there that people can go to and consume content.
Yeah, that definitely is. That's another kind of, because the workflow is completely different.
Yeah.
And like when you're making YouTube videos, I guess there's maybe not a catharsis, but it's a completely different approach in creativity, and it's something that like you're in your own kind of bubble. Streaming is a little different. Streaming, you're engaging with people. You got to keep it entertaining. YouTube, you're making a video. You can sit there in your fucking underpants and edit a video and just like
dude. Like whenever I'm fucking
vibe.
like, typically I write my scripts for the videos at night. So when I'm done playing video games, I'll take like an hour before I go to bed to like work on the script or whatever the fuck, and I'll just fucking sit here, dude. Put my fucking gas heater on because it's cold, because it's winter. Sit here, dude. Have like a rum and coke. Have like a little brewski. Put some fucking bangers on and just fucking work on that shit, dude. It's lit.
Yeah, my evenings are like, I finish streaming, and like, man, I don't know. I'm so happy to be back to streaming regularly, dude.
Me too, man. Me too. And I'm happy to have a schedule that I can stick to. Right now, streaming 5 days a week, and I take Saturdays off because that's the day I dedicate to working on Dungeon Select stuff.
Yeah.
And then I take Mondays off because I'm always after D&D, I'm always super boofed. D&D fucking tires me out.
So yeah, it's like
Saturday, Monday is like my off days, and then the rest of the week I just fucking go ham on the fucking Twitch train, and it's lit. It's a good time. This week has been very, very good. As far as like my plans for 2021 go, I just want to do more shit that I have fun with. I want to see where this World of Warcraft stuff goes. Like, I want to see, not even Twitch, dude. I want to see where my YouTube channel is, like half a year from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think like your investment in YouTube growth is like far more, because it's kind of new, and like 1 or 2 subs is like a huge deal. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I think it will be a little more exciting to see the YouTube grow, just in general. I mean, for me, like I tried YouTube. I took my shot, and like video editing and stuff isn't for me. I think if I'm the kind of person that like, if God forbid, you know, I get to a decent sort of size on Twitch someday, I'm the kind of guy that's gonna hire an editor and just be like, yo, can you make highlight videos? And they'll go on YouTube, and like that's it. Because I don't know, make it like, your approach to YouTube content is way like not what I expected it would be, where it's like you get a script, like you write a script for some voiceover, and like it's not lazy, you know what I mean? It's not like you just took a VOD, or you just opened up OBS with your Twitch settings and recorded something, and that's it. Like,
which is why it's really motivating to see the YouTube do well.
Yeah.
Because if I were to put this amount of work in a video where, like, on average, I would get like 5 views, and 3 of those is me making sure that I'd take the
and
link
then
group
the other
with,
2 are like people
you
you DM'd it to or some shit.
I'd be like, nah, fuck it. But because I see growth, and I see that my effort and my because, dude, I suck at recording voiceover. Little fucking behind the scenes
I'll do it for you, bro.
Thing, dude. I have a script, right? I fucking have my script on my monitor there, and I like look at it while rattling in the microphone. I naturally speak very fast. That's just a thing I do. I trip over my words a lot. The amount of times, dude, when I fuck up like the same fucking line because there's a big word in there that I decided to put in there in writing. That was like, diligently is the word of the day. For the video, the Ardenwood video I posted a few days ago, No, not the Ardwood video. The Mists of Tyranus Scythe video.
Right.
I took a quote from the like dungeon journal in World of Warcraft that gave a little breakdown of like what Tyranus Scythe is, right?
Yeah.
And the word diligently was in there. I had to re-record that sentence like 30 fucking times, dude. And there was a part in the recording where like I recorded it, went to bed, and then the next morning started like listening back to it, editing it and shit, like cutting shit out and fucking like editing it together. Where I, like at some point after fucking up the sentence like 20 plus times, I start fucking cussing in Dutch. That God for the tyfus kid, and that shit's so funny to me. But I suck at that because I speak very fast. I trip with my words a lot. So like I annoy myself a lot when recording. When I'm recording the voiceover, because if I were better at just talking, I would not spend nearly as much time as I do on recording the voiceover for the videos.
Dude, I'll do it, bro. $10.
No thanks.
$10 a video, I got you.
Cursing is just Dutch. Cursing in Dutch is just beatboxing. Sure. It's a lot of yeah.
But yeah, so your approach to YouTube, like, as soon as you were like, okay, I'm doing this, was way more like actual YouTuber than just Twitch streamer who puts stuff on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I think that was like, obviously, like, that's gonna go better for you than just like highlight, because I put some highlight videos on YouTube.
Take WoW VOD, smile,
right?
And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, or add some funny video effects there. Ha, Kek W.
But for me, like, video editing is not doing it for me, really. I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I love sitting down, opening fucking Vegas, crack open a fucking can of Monster.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Videos, dude. I fucking love that.
You know what though? So in the last year, Belle approached the Dungeon Select cast. It seemed a little tongue in cheek, and she was like, "Yo, you guys want to do some voiceover for me?"
She didn't approach me.
You were deafened, that's why.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yo, you guys want to do some voiceover?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then afterwards, I was like, "Are you serious about that shit?" She sent me some lines. I got them recorded. I got them edited. I put reverb on them so it sounded like they're in a courtroom. Some of them were pitch shifted so they sound like different people, different accents. Fucking clipped it and shipped it. And now I'm dying to do it again, and I have no idea how or where to do that shit.
There's websites out there that are just like looking for free voiceovers and shit.
Yeah,
for,
I mean,
a lot of indie projects and shit like that.
And when you play a game like Kingdom Come,
that's to get started in voice acting anyway. That's the way to do it. Just like build a resume by just doing a lot of free shit for people.
you want to get a demo reel together, and like the best way to do that is by doing shit pro bono or whatever.
Yeah.
Fiverr might actually genuinely be an idea for voiceover stuff, but again, you want a demo reel.
You'll have to have a reel so people actually know what the fuck they're getting into.
But yeah, so I did that, and that was really enjoyable, and like I felt like it was in my wheelhouse. I do audio. That's what I do. I do the audio for the podcast. I do audio for Opti. Speaking of big things coming this year, but I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that monthly paycheck, dude. $50 a month is actually pretty sweet.
It's a whole ass video game a month, bro. Basically, kind of.
Well, yeah, we'd mostly go on like, I don't know, like how many monthly subscriptions do I have? Spotify.
Oh, dude,
Twitch.
Will your character in campaign 2 actually have character art, dude?
Yeah, of course you will. I've already been talking to Honey Droplets about it.
Oh, Honey Droplets doing it? Fuck yeah, dude. Honey Droplets, like, she made some like Critical Role fan art the other day, or some or like commission, whatever, something Critical Role related, and she like tweeted it out, and fucking Liam O'Brien like liked the tweet, and I was like, yo, that's pog.
That's nuts. Yeah, that's nuts.
That's pog.
If there's one person that does really appreciate that sort of stuff, it's Liam O'Brien though.
Him and Sam Riegel are very active on like Twitter.
I just got to episode 37 of campaign 2, which is a live one.
Yeah,
no
the
spoilers.
Fucking dressed up like pirates and shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the outfits are fucking awesome. Like every single one of them. It's like I don't love Taliesin Jaffe at all, and I know he's a very like he really expresses himself through his clothing and his hair and his everything, and like I don't. He's like a goth. I don't get that vibe. But his outfit was fucking on point, dude. It was so cool.
What the fuck is a one shot? A one shot. When are you talking about D&D? A one shot is basically a single campaign or like a single story told in one session.
Yeah, single session.
So what we
campaign,
do
yeah.
for Dungeon Select is a campaign, right? Like every week we continue the storyline. A one shot is just like bang, one session, the entire story from beginning to end. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what a one shot is. So that's basically just a single episode worth of or single session worth of story, and you're done after that, and that's it. That's that.
One other thing.
Speaking of Dungeon Select though, now that we're on like 2021, obviously we got a lot of things in the works for Dungeon Select.
Yeah.
We are going to finish campaign 1. Our first D&D campaign is going to be finishing up over the next like
month and a half, 2 months.
Month and a half, 2 months, give or take.
It's
We'll see the end of campaign 1. We'll see the coming of a new campaign. We'll see campaign 2 coming out. We're going to be streaming it on the official Dungeon Select Twitch channel.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to check that out, I'll quickly shout it out in chat.
Yeah, same Koi, but mine's been all
Boom.
over the place. I keep changing it and rehashing
It
it.
is Dungeon Select one word, right? Did I not
Yeah,
say
it
that
is.
right?
That's right.
Okay, that's right. Beautiful. So follow that if you're into the D&D stuff, because that's where we're going to be doing things as soon as campaign 1 ends. We're going to be making sure that it goes out podcast form. We're going to actually weekly upload it to YouTube. We're going to do reruns on that channel whenever we do other D&D related. Like that channel, like we got a lot of D&D related content and stuff in the works for that, and it's going to be super exciting. We're going to be... I'm super excited.
Yeah.
D&D or Dungeon Select's always been like my pet project because I put so much fucking work into that shit.
Yeah.
On a weekly basis. That and people, you know, the players keep coming back and seem to enjoy it, and people seem to enjoy it when watching. Dungeon Disco's coming back in some capacity. Yeah, we're not sure yet, like how often and in what format, but something along those lines is gonna come back. Yeah.
Because I mean, we all love to hear ourselves talk, so another
exactly.
opportunity to do so. Not gonna turn my nose up at it, you know.
Exactly, and you know, we have the Reddit that we're like still slowly pushing out there for people to. We got people making fan art, dude. Like we have
Nice.
that fucking piece of art Honey Droplets made of Trim. We've got a bunch of Dungeon Select related art coming out of fucking Naze, his asshole. Like just a bunch of sketches and shit of characters, which is fucking cool, really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And that shit is so cool to see people make art based on some imaginary characters that we as a bunch of fucking nerds kind of just created.
It's just
And
we want
towards
to
the end of
expand
the
it.
year,
We want to expand
towards the
it,
end of
and
the
we want to
year-
like standardize it, I guess. No, I don't know
yeah,
how
we
to.
just want to
We want to elevate and diversify our content. Welcome to the Cash App
straight
Dungeon
up.
Select Studio. You know,
That
like
is straight up what we want to do. We want to elevate it. We want to diversify it.
Yeah.
So not just D&D sessions, but also other stuff. And we want to take it.
No, we literally do want to elevate and diversify Dungeon Select. But God saying those words feels terrible.
Cringe. Yeah. Just
We wanna enrich.
The goal here is like also just make it more marketable.
in a manner of speaking.
In a manner of speaking, where it's just like it looks so much more professional if it has its own space, its own Twitter handle, its own stream channel. That stream channel is not just live once
Social
a week
network
because,
feeds, all that good
you know,
shit.
like it's its own entity. Whereas, say down the line, you know, people watch on the new channel and whatnot. They can follow us individually. They can, but they don't have to if all they care about is the D&D content we make.
Yeah.
And we all, you know, it's really cool, and I'm excited to see that project grow and come to fruition.
Yeah, actually
over the
come to
next 2
fruition,
months.
because
Yeah.
it's something that we've been kind of like excited for since we even first discussed like you know how we're going to do campaign 2, and what's important now is like when campaign 2 happens, we've got the cast from day 1.
Yeah.
We've got the schedule from day 1. We'll have everything in place to like, if we have to miss a week, easy, just put a rerun on, We can be in chat. We know it. Like, if it does do particularly well, we can easily split the revenue through the cast from the channel. For example, we can put Dungeon Select specific emotes on that channel. Like,
once it hits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot more that we can do with it specifically to push Dungeon Select as Dungeon Select, and like that. I think that's kind of that's a really good thing to have. And
for sure.
Although, you know, from like, you could say, oh man, if only we'd done this from the beginning. But it's better to do it now with everything we've learned from kind of running sort of a hobby campaign.
Yeah, like the campaign had a rocky road.
Lifetime,
like, people leaving the campaign because of fucking like behind the scenes drama, to fucking inconsistencies here and there. From a gameplay perspective, just some like the party is a little too fucking busted when it comes to power level.
Yeah.
So like this was like a 2-year to Koiba's mic upgrades. We've all learned and have grown so much as a D&D player, and me as a DM, that I now feel comfortable and confident enough to take this more grand approach to it all. Take this more like, I hate saying professional because we're playing a fucking Destiny.
But it definitely is a more professional approach, without a doubt.
A more professional approach to it all. And Soko already was like, work, I'm not sure. And I already told Soko, like, you're going to be part of the campaign, but you're just going to be our Ashley Johnson. You know, you're there when you're there. And you're not there
if that's the case,
you know what I mean? Like, we'll make it work. But, like, Soko was like, because he was considering just not being a part of it at all. And I was like, nah, you're going to be there. And if you can't make it, we'll still play. And we'll just make up some bullshit reason why your character has to dip out for a little bit.
To be fair, like, they do a great job.
With Yasha, they do such a good job. Yeah.
Like, I would say since, so like I said, I've just watched up to 37. The last, like, first of all, the last 5 episodes of Critical Role have been incredible. I don't know what, like, particularly about these ones.
The Pirates arc is fucking lit, dude.
Like,
from meeting Jester's mom to like that whole
literally
thing.
Like from that moment. What's the city called? Nicodranus? No.
Nicodranus.
It is Nicodranus. Like since their arrival in Nicodranus, it felt like just a whole new chapter. Yeah. And it has been so insane and chaotic and unhinged. And now they're fucking pirates. Like, like what? And it has been so crazy to watch. And I would say that,
and the
interestingly,
fucking Ukatoa shit, like the whole like Ford Ukatoa stuff. Is
I'm not even there yet, dude.
You know, I mean, it's been there before. Like, it's just like his, you know, the fucking visions he gets and the dreams and his god or whatever.
And
like,
the sphere, all that.
Yeah,
but
it's so fucking cool.
Like,
so fucking cool.
That whole thing has been so enjoyable to watch. Like the first 30 episodes were obviously like really good, but it was like enjoyable in a
funny. Seeing Sam Riegel and Laura Bailey cackle like little children when they're like, "We solved the case."
And it was a lot more like kind of run of the mill D&D, where it's like, you know, they killed goblins, they killed Manticore. It just got so unhinged as soon as they got to that fucking city, and like. They adopt a menagerie of pets.
Yeah, they're just all gonna fucking die.
They've ruined the city. The waterworks was so key to the way the city runs, and they fucked that up entirely. Killed a bunch of they killed so many people needlessly, and then now they just stole a ship. Like
I think my favorite voice Matt does or has done so far is that fucking Tortle.
God, dude, yeah. But
so
anyway.
So
the reason I brought that up is because actually I would say they did an okay job in those episodes of Yasha, like filling in for Yasha. Up until then, they had like she's mysteriously disappeared and she just kind of shows up mysteriously like wherever they are, and I was like, oh, that's a good vibe. But then when it came to like they're stealing a ship, like they didn't really have a choice but to bring her. So then like Ashley wasn't there, but Matt was kind of having to fill in for her character, and although he did a remarkably good job of like nailing down her very kind of like weirdly shy, quiet kind of demeanor and like she just kind of does stuff. You know what I mean? But like I
what
thought
I
it was
think
kind of
they
odd
did also
having...
did really well
Mm.
was when Laura was having her kid.
Oh my god.
That whole story arc of like, oh, Laura and Ford got Jester and Ford got kidnapped. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
That was like that was really cool, creative, like the way they
Well, another
did that,
amazing one
'cause they knew
was when
both,
Laura wasn't there.
Travis and Laura were going to be missing for like a few weeks.
Laura wasn't there, and they were all like, they did like a
Spending
zone
her
of
money.
truth and started, and like spending her money and asking her questions while she wasn't there and just saying dumb shit. Yeah, that was so fucking funny. But yeah, okay, it's fucking 8:45 already. 2021.
Yeah,
Big plans. YouTube,
big plans.
Dungeon
yes.
Select. I
Like my
want to
personal
finish.
stream is going to take a step back. I'm going to focus way more on YouTube and Dungeon Select than I'm going to be focusing on my personal stream because I don't know. I get so much more satisfaction out of seeing YouTube do well and seeing
Yeah.
Dungeon Select specifically do very well because that is like my stream is just I play video games and laugh with my friends.
Right.
Whereas D&D is like I create a world and write a story and my friends all write their own characters to live in that world, and it's so much more rewarding to see that do well, or my YouTube videos where I actually have to put in like a good amount of work. I don't know. I touch move from content creator to producer, I guess a little bit, like in a way, maybe, yeah. But I don't know. I just enjoy that way more. So like That Dutch Geek Twitch channel is gonna take a bit of a back seat. I'm still gonna be streaming 5 days a week and whatnot,
Yeah.
but like it's definitely gonna take a bit of a back seat, priority wise. Like if I cancel streams because because I need to do YouTube or D&D stuff, it'll happen, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I care more about those two projects right now than I do about my actual stream.
For me, I want to finish 10 games.
You got it, bro.
And like, it's not obviously...
One down.
it's
You
not,
already started the second, bro. You got it.
It's not for the dollar,
A little bit it is.
but it's
A little bit.
really... it's great. That's great motivation.
Yeah,
Like,
no, fair.
it wouldn't have to be money, obviously. But just like to have a couple people in my community that are like, dude, finish some fucking games this year, you asshole.
The fuck is this, you piece of shit?
Yeah, right. It's like, obviously, that's super cool and like something that...
Holds out a blank A4 piece of paper with or not blank, just says the words games Sir Duke has completed over his
Yeah,
lifetime,
right.
which is empty.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this, you piece
Right.
of shit?
So it's
Huh?
so that's cool. And like, I want to do the Nuzlocke with Koiba.
Dude, dude, it was fun to watch, man. Just having you be like, Koiba, like asking him questions, and Koiba was like the Pokemon dad, like,
Yeah.
oh, you know.
I mean, he just had like fucking spreadsheet open on one screen and like whatever the
What a
fuck.
fucking chat.
But
dude.
yeah, so I want to
My
finish 10
favorite character.
games. I want to
Except for
try
Koiba.
stay on WoW through the evolution of this expansion.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna. Okay, before we leave off, I want to give chat a little. It's gonna break stream a little bit, chat, but I'm gonna give you guys a little preview of something that I commissioned from Ethan.
Okay. Also,
All right.
I started a listening club, which I think I'm gonna try to
Nice.
do after this podcast if anyone's interested. Basically, and I've plugged it on Twitter a little bit and on my own stream, but it's basically gonna be like a book club, but with music,
Book club.
which initially I didn't know what it was gonna be, and big props to Honey Badger for kind of giving it a little bit more shape, because he recommended that. But yeah, I want to do more with my community, especially. I was thinking about movie nights and I was thinking about music. We can't listen to good music on stream anymore. So this seemed like the best way for me to kind of share that. Because music is hugely important in my life in general. And I
Yeah,
wanted to
you
share that with the
fucking
community for
music
sure.
degree,
And I want to
I would
listen to more music. So yeah, we'll try do it then pretty much every Friday. After the
Couldn't
podcast
recommend
makes more
ABBA
sense.
each week. Yes, Ever.
After podcast makes more sense because if I do try stream before podcast, I won't have much time in between. But yeah, definitely something
So
that
before we go,
is a big
I'm
deal
gonna
to
break.
me. So if you're interested in listening to some more music and stuff,
Check out the Sir Duke 33
listening club in my Discord. We'll be doing it after podcast tomorrow.
So I'm gonna break the scene a little bit, chat, but it's gonna be. I have so many DMs. What the fuck happened? Who died? Where's he at? Sell it to BD. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna actually do this. Look at that, chat. Look at the fucking, little teaser of what's to come.
Dude, what am I looking at? I love that it's somehow in the back of both of our webcams.
Little teaser of what's to come. New scenes, all very much WoW oriented. Like Ethan is fucking animating shit. It's gonna be fucking pog.
Oh, dude,
it's
that's
gonna be fucking pog.
that font is like spot on.
Yeah, he was like, well, I'm pretty busy. I'm also doing stuff for Swede. And then the same night, he showed me like a bunch of prototypes of like a couple things ready. I was like, oh, I thought
Oh, but he can't put some PC parts in a fucking parcel and send it to me, can he? Ethan.
But yeah, so new scenes coming.
That actually
pog.
looks dope. That's
See,
true. It does involve leaving the
house.
house.
That's
Shout out
true.
tier 4. Bum 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 bum.
But yeah, that's in the works. Like, I'm not gonna rush him because
Dude,
base
this-
rate. So I'm
this
I told him, like,
motherfucking
fucking
thing.
Take your fucking time. But yeah. Wait, Dad add DS. Yeah, I will. Saturday is my just like work day. So Korba, just shoot me a DM, and I'm just not gonna open it until tomorrow, so that I don't forget. But I will. This has been the stream. Thanks for watching Best
Yeah.
of Podcast. Appreciate you guys for watching.
Thank you for
Means a
watching,
lot.
everybody.
And we'll be back next week. Maybe we'll try to get a guest on. We'll see, dude.